Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there is no chance of electrocution. Also, make sure you turn off the water supply to the washer. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the tub seal and the inner and outer bearing in an LG washer. It's going to be an easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a long and a short Phillips screwdriver, a flat blade screwdriver, a pair of pliers, a pair of locking pliers, and a pair of large pliers. And also we would need a socket wrench with an extension, an 11/16 inch, a ½ inch, and a 10mm socket heads, some thread locking liquid, some penetrating oil, some liquid soap, a punch, and a hammer. When you open up the packages, you're going to get the tub seal, the inner and the outer bearings. The tub seal covers both bearings, providing the watertight seal. Both tub bearings are mounted into the center of the rear half of the tub. They support the spider arm shaft, allowing for smooth rotation of the inner tub. The main reason why the tub seal and the bearings would need to be replaced is if the seal starts leaking, causing damage to both bearings. To get to the part, we need to remove the top panel. Using the Phillips screwdriver, take out the two bottom screws that hold the top brackets, then pull out the top panel and remove it from the cabinet. Pull out the detergent drawer, press the locking tab and remove it completely. Using the Phillips screwdriver, remove the two screws on the sides of the detergent drawer opening. Disconnect the pink and the white plugs from the control board. Release the harness from the two retaining clips and place the panel on the top. Open the door and using the flat blade screwdriver, pry out and remove the outer door boot clamp. Remove the gasket out of the door frame lip. Using the flat blade screwdriver, open the pump filter cover in the left lower corner and remove it. Take out the Phillips screw. Using the flat blade screwdriver, pry out the filter case and remove it. Take out one Phillips screw at the bottom of the front panel. Using the Phillips screwdriver, remove the three screws at the top of the panel. Lift up the front panel to release it from the side tabs. Tilt the panel towards you, push the locking tab and remove the door lock power plug. Make sure the door boot gasket is free and then lift the front panel off the bottom hinges. Use the pump body drain hose to drain out water that is left in the washer. Using the flat blade screwdriver, turn the plug counterclockwise to release it. Place the end of the hose into the container and pull out the plug. Use the pliers to slide down the clamp from the top hose and take it off. Next, using the Phillips screwdriver, loosen up the clamp and take the hose off the tub. There are 3 shock absorbers in this washer. In order to remove the locking pin, we need to press down the tab on the side. You can use the flat blade screwdriver or the 1/2-inch socket head. Slide it on the end of the shock absorber pin that will press down the tab and pull the locking pin out with the pliers. To replace the rear one, you will need to take off the rear access panel that is held in place by 4 Phillips screws. To loosen up the center bolt, install the 11/16-inch socket wrench onto it, turn the rotor clockwise, and pull up hard on the wrench. Using the wrench, remove the bolt. Rock the rotor side to side in order to remove it from the shaft. Be patient, it may take a couple of minutes. The rotor has magnets on the inside. That's why it clings to the stator. Using the Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw and the harness retainer clip. Now, using the 10mm socket wrench, remove the 6 bolts and remove the stator assembly. To disconnect the 2 wire harness plugs, push the tabs on the sides of the stator plug and pull it apart. Then press down the locking tab on the rotor positioning sensor plug and remove it. Remove the Phillips screw that holds the wire harness retainer and pull out the thermistor from the seal. Let's move to the front and remove the counterweights. Using the 10mm socket wrench, take out the 4 bolts and then pull off the top left counterweight. Then move on to the right bottom one and repeat the procedure. And now get to the top of the washer. There are 3 hoses we need to disconnect from the tub: the vent hose, the dispenser to top bellows, and the air pressure hose. Use the Phillips screwdriver to loosen up the clamps and remove 2 hoses off the tub. Then pull the air pressure hose off the water level switch. Next, using the flat blade screwdriver, pry out the plastic holder at the top of the hinge spring. Leave the tub and disengage the spring from the cabinet. Be careful, it's still heavy. Lower the tub and repeat the procedure on the opposite side. Use a rope to pull the spring out. Now, when everything is disconnected, we can remove the tub from the washer cabinet. Place the tub on the 2 supports. We are using the 2 wooden blocks, and then, using the 10mm socket wrench with a long extension, take out the bolts that hold the 2 halves together. Separate them, they should easily come apart. Technically, it's recommended to replace the seal anytime you separate the tubs. Use the flat blade screwdriver if needed to remove the outer tub seal. The part number for the new seal is 4036ER2001C. You can get it at appliancepartspros.com. Make sure the groove is clean and place the seal in around the perimeter of the tub. Begin the installation of the tub seal with a white dot near the top of the tub. Turn the outer tub over and place it on the supports. Use some penetrating oil on the shaft and the outer bearing to break the corrosion. Put a block of wood on the end of the shaft and hammer the inner tub out. Now we can check the tub bearings and the tub seal. Turn over the rear tub and using the flat blade screwdriver, pry out the old tub seal. Clean the bearing area and put some penetrating oil around the edge to break the corrosion from both sides of the tub. Place the punch on the rim of the old bearing and knock the outer bearing out. Turn the tub over and hammer the inner bearing out. Clean the seal and the bearing seats, wiping out any excess oil from the plastic because it may damage it. Here are the old tub seal and bearings next to the new ones. If you don't have these parts, you can get them from appliancepartspros.com. Apply a thin layer of liquid soap on the outside of the bearing and place the outer tub bearing evenly into the seat. Put the old bearing on the top of the new one. Hammer the old bearing to pack the new one in. Turn the tub over and install the inner tub bearing by repeating the outer bearing installation procedure. Put a small amount of liquid soap on the outside of the tub seal and press it in flush with the edge of the seat. With the rear half of the outer tub still sitting on the support, place the inner tub inside, inserting the spider shaft through the opening. Turn it slightly side to side at the end to make sure it's in all the way. Check if the outer tub seal is in the groove and install the front half on. Make sure it sits correctly and then spin the inner tub to see that it's not jammed. Place all the bolts in and start them manually. Then use the 10mm socket wrench to tighten them all up. Place the tub inside the cabinet. Hook up the hinge spring and hang it on the cabinet. Clip on the holder. Repeat the procedure on the other side of the cabinet. You also may need a rope. Attach the pressure hose to the water level switch. Install the vent hose and using the Phillips screwdriver, tighten the clamp. Install the dispenser to top bellows and tighten the clamp with a short Phillips screwdriver. Place the right side counterweight on the tub and start all 4 bolts manually. Then, using the 10 mm socket wrench, tighten them up. Repeat the procedure with the other counterweight. Follow me to the back of the washer. I will slide the thermistor back into the seal and secure the harness retaining clip with a Phillips screw. Let's install the stator and the rotor. Connect the 2-wire harness plugs. Install the stator assembly, thread in the top and the bottom bolts, and then put in the rest of the bolts. Tighten them using the 10 mm socket wrench. Install the harness retainer clip and secure it with a Phillips screw. Now is the time to install the rotor assembly. Place it on the shaft and rock it side to side. If the rotor doesn't go on the shaft all the way, it will move on when you are tightening the center bolt. Put some thread locking liquid onto the bolt and start it manually. Then, using the 11/16" socket wrench, tighten it. Turn the rotor counterclockwise and simultaneously knock hard on the wrench. This will tighten the bolt. Place the shock absorber onto the mount, match the holes and slide the locking pin through. Install the central portion of the hose on the tub. Put on the top part of the hose. You need to match the little tab and the cutout in the hose. Adjust the clamp and tighten it with a Phillips screwdriver. Then, using the pliers, secure the hose with the clamp. At this point, turn the water on, plug the washer in, and check for leaks. Install the rear access panel, the bottom tabs first, then the top tabs, and secure it with the 4 Phillips screws. Place the front panel on the bottom hinges. Connect the door lock plug and hang the panel on the locking tabs. Secure it with the 3 Phillips screws at the top. Install the Phillips screw at the bottom. Insert the filter case and secure it with the Phillips screw. Install the pump filter cover and close it. Place the door boot gasket around the door lip. Place half of the clamp into the groove with the spring at 6 o'clock. Place the screwdriver at 2 o'clock. Next, using the locking pliers, stretch the spring and install the rest of the spring into the groove. When the clamp is installed, tug on the gasket to make sure it's installed properly. Close the door and install the control panel. The bottom first, and then push the top edge till it locks. Place the wire harness into the two retaining clips. Connect the white and the red plugs to the control board. Install the two Phillips screws on the sides of the detergent drawer opening. Slide the detergent drawer in. Place the top cover on, slide it forward to lock, and secure it with two Phillips screws. Looks like we're done. Congratulations! You did great! Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other repair videos available on our site, on Facebook, and on YouTube.